Hey, you found it! The only video you'll ever need when it comes to maintenance on the Epson F2270. Estevan here with All-American Print Supply. In today's video, we're going to be going over the daily, weekly, monthly, and as-needed maintenances on this direct-to-film / direct-to-garment printer to keep it running nice and happy. If you have any questions on any of the steps in today's video or what's required, go ahead and let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe for more helpful and informative content for all of your DTG and DTF printing needs. Let's talk about maintenance. All right, now let's start with the daily. This part's easy, and you literally get a reminder on screen every time you power on the machine before operation. We're talking about shaking the white ink packs. So we're just gonna remove both of these at a time, and we're gonna perform roughly about 25 back and forth motions. This is to prevent any kind of settling of the titanium dioxide in the white pigment to make sure we have a nice fluid flow for the print lines. Now we don't want to get too violent in the agitation to create bubbles, which could get in the lines as well. So just a gentle rocking back and forth motion about 25 times. It's only on the two whites. That should be good. Let's go ahead and reinstall these in the machine. Now we're going to close our ink cover. Now once you perform the daily white ink agitation, stand by on the machine for the next step. After you've initially turned on your Epson F2270 for the first time of your production day and performed the white ink agitation, the machine will likely perform its opening cleaning cycle. This can range from approximately 8 to 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and let the machine get started for the day. So after you've powered on your machine, agitated the two white inks, and allowed the printer to perform its opening day cleaning, you want to print a nozzle check to make sure our first print comes out good. To get to the nozzle check, we're going to press this menu button. We're going to go down to Maintenance. We're going to select Print Head Nozzle Check. We're going to go ahead and press the Start button. It's going to send the job to the machine, and we're going to go ahead and press this blue button. All right, let's take a look at our nozzle check. We're going to have some important information here, such as our serial number, today's date, and primarily the health of our different color channels. Now, what you're seeing here is an example of a perfect nozzle check. If you print this, you're ready to begin production. However, if your nozzle check is incomplete or you're missing percentages of the channels, those blocked nozzles could prevent getting a good print when you send your first job. As you can see, we've simulated an incomplete nozzle check and it's isolated to white channel 4. How do we correct this? After you perform the nozzle check, the printer will ask you if you had a successful and complete nozzle check or something that printed incomplete that may need attention. Now ours did print good, so we could normally press this and begin operation, but let's pretend that white channel 4, as we demonstrated, printed blocked or incomplete. We're going to select the X button to reflect the incomplete or broken nozzle check. And now we're going to have the option to do a head cleaning. Now you're going to have 3 different strength levels to choose from: light, medium, and heavy. And if you have a major incomplete or several blocked nozzles, a medium or heavy may correct that in one. However, we do advise the use of multiple light cleanings. This will help preserve the life of the maintenance fluid pack that's inside the machine and help our consumables last longer. So we're going to go ahead and choose Cleaning Light. And you'll have the option here to clean all nozzles or selected nozzles. Now, because the block in the nozzle check was incomplete only on white channel 4 and not present in all nozzles, we'll go ahead and choose the Select Nozzle options. From here, we're going to locate the option that has our affected nozzles and clean those separately. White channel 4 will also clean white channel 3 at the same time, so we'll go ahead and make this selection. We're going to press OK. Once you enter this screen, you can hit Start to begin cleaning. After you perform the head cleaning on the affected nozzles, it's going to be advised to perform an additional nozzle check to make sure all the blocks in the nozzles were corrected. Once you see a nozzle check that looks like this, you can begin production. That's essentially all of our daily maintenance. Now, once a week, you're going to want to take out your included maintenance kit to perform our head cap cleaning. The head cap is where the print head is normally resting when it's not performing print jobs. If this step is done weekly, it should really only take you a couple minutes. So make sure you dedicate the time to keep this important area of your printer nice and tidy. Let's navigate how we perform this maintenance on screen. To perform our head cap cleaning, first thing we're going to do is go into our menu, scroll down to Maintenance, and then we're going to choose Cleaning the Maintenance Parts. From here, we're going to select the suction cap option. Let's press Start. Now the machine is prompting us to wear safety gear if necessary, and that the platen will be moving into the machine. So make sure you've cleared this of any garments or cleaning supplies. All right, now once the print head has left its capping station in preparation for the maintenance, you're gonna have a prompt on screen to give you a step-by-step guide. Let's click the how-to. First step is gonna be to open the printer cover. Next, it's going to identify which areas inside the machine we're gonna be cleaning to perform this step. It's letting us know to use a small amount of the maintenance liquid into the included cup. And then with our cleaning swabs, we're gonna get a little bit on there, but not so much that it's dripping from the fabric swab. Showing the motion in which we'll be performing the maintenance with our cleaning swab and the cleaning solution. Again, using a light amount of the cleaning solution on the swab and dragging it up the cup so that it's not dripping. Showing the steps, the motions in which to perform the steps, what we do not want it to look like, and how it should be presentable when it's cleaned. Once you perform the required maintenance steps, go ahead and close the printer cover to let the machine know we're done. Let's get to cleaning. Let's go ahead and take some of our maintenance liquid here, and we don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna pour just about almost a cap full. We're gonna take our cup, pour the contents into here, and go ahead and grab some of our cleaning swabs, and apply some of that maintenance liquid. Now, it's important that the swab is not dripping, so you can run this along up the side of the cup so that it's applied, but not saturated. Now let's go ahead and clean that capping station. So these 4 caps here, we're gonna begin our head cap cleaning maintenance. So using back and forth motions, we're gonna remove any excess ink buildup that may be present on these caps. It's important to remove all traces of the ink on here on a weekly basis for safest and most continuous operation of the printer. Now this machine has been well maintained, so there wasn't a lot of ink on here, but this is what it should essentially look like after you're done performing this step of the maintenance. And now we're going to address this cap over here. Just like before, getting all around the actual cap, removing any ink buildup that may be present. After you've addressed all the required caps for the head cap cleaning, go ahead and close the cover. Weekly maintenance is done. All right, now let's talk about monthly maintenance. CMYK ink is not as sensitive as the white ink and does not need to be agitated daily. However, for best practice with operation on the F2270, it is going to be advised to remove the CMYK cartridges once a month and agitate them about 25 times, just like we do on a daily basis with the white. Now again, we don't want to get too violent with the agitation, about 25 smooth back and forth motions, but nothing too crazy as to create bubbles which could eventually go into the print lines. Only once a month, that's not too bad, right? That's essentially the first half of our monthly maintenance. Now the other half of the monthly maintenance is at least once a month, you do want the machine connected to an internet-enabled computer to allow checking for any updates with the firmware or the software. Now for handy reference, these updates will always be available directly on the Epson website on the F2270 page. Check once a month for updates, they'll help the printer run quicker. As needed maintenance will vary by usage and can range from weekly to every few months. Now, one of the reasons the F2270 is so self-sufficient in terms of maintenance is going to be the print head cleaning kit. Now, this useful consumable component comes pre-installed on the machine and has a remaining life meter here, so you can see how much of the print head cleaning kit is remaining. Now, when this meter here reads that it's time to change, let's go ahead and proceed to our menu. We're going to go down to maintenance. We're going to go to replace maintenance parts. Here, we're going to select the head cleaning set. We're going to press start, and it's going to release the hold on this component inside the machine to allow us to remove it. Lifting with your hand this little indentation in the back, and then grasping firmly, and then lifting directly upward. Now at this time, if you notice any sort of ink buildup around the edges, you can go ahead and address that with a clean cloth. You can then take your new maintenance kit and place it right back into the original position, drop it into place, and you're essentially done. Let's go ahead and close the cover. Now, from time to time, it may be advised to clean around the print head physically inside the machine. Before we perform this, we must first remove the platen from the printer. Let's navigate how we perform this maintenance on screen. Now let's go ahead and clean around the print head physically inside the machine. When the printer alerts you to change the air filter inside the machine, this is also the perfect time to address the carriage scale that may have ink buildup from printing mist during the processes. When you initially install your Epson F2270, you will confirm on screen that you are loading an empty maintenance waste ink tank. Here, this icon with the little bracket and ink droplet and displayed in the olive color green will show you the estimated amount of waste ink currently in the tank. When the machine feels the waste ink tank is full, it will prompt you to remove it. Now, the printer does not necessarily know exactly how much waste ink is in here, but it has an idea of how much waste ink that it's putting out during the printing process. This is going to be based on when you set an empty waste ink tank during the initial setup. Now, this line here is a good indicator of when you'd want to go ahead and remove this. So it's advised to, from time to time, give a visual inspection of how much waste ink is in the tank. Now, as far as disposal, it's always going to be advised to consult with your local laws and ordinances for the safest and most legal way to dispose of this liquid waste. If you have any questions on any of the steps in today's video or what's required, go ahead and let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe for more helpful and informative content for all of your DTG and DTF printing needs.